Greetings, gentlemen and ladies. I am the old school game snob on some channels. In this video, we are going to learn how to add enhanced Unreal Engine version 5.1 input action mappings to ALS project. So to kick things off, you will have had to add your ALS character, ALS project to a version 5 Unreal Engine, because that's as much as it currently supports in the marketplace. This might be changed by the time you watch this video. It doesn't really matter. Basically what you want to do is you just want to get your advanced locomotion folder over into your version 5.1 Unreal Engine project. So this is a version 5.0 project that I'm just going to migrate my ALS folder over, and hey, let's see, I probably don't need to migrate everything. Let's take another look. I just want to migrate the ALS, yeah, that's all. Just the Advanced Locomotion version 4 folder, and we're going to put that into our, where is it? In this case, ALS tutorial content folder. You guys have probably already done this. All right. So now, over here, we have our Advanced Locomotion project, and if I go and I open up the ALS demo map, you will notice when I try to play that I can't run around. Nothing works. Can't do anything. Let's click play here, and there we go. None of the keys do anything. Can't run around. Can't have any fun. So we need to update this ALS project with enhanced input action mappings. Not too hard to do, but let's get started. It takes a little bit of monkey work, but it's pretty easy to do. So let's what I would first recommend doing is actually just adding a feature or content pack, and we're going to grab the third person template. We're just going to add that to our project. Now we're going to have access to the to a few just a few little shortcuts. So I'm going to cancel that. Now I have the third person template added, and I also in my third person template have this fancy new folder called input, which has the nice IMC default. It also has a couple of default actions. It also has another nice little bit of code in the BP third person character, which will initialize the enhanced input action configuration that we're going to use. So basically, what we're going to use is this IMC default input mapping context, and the way that we do that is as you can see right up here: event begin play, get controller, cast to player controller, enhanced input system, and then we're selecting the IMC default. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this nice code right here, and I'm going to open up my ALS blueprints, character logic, and then ALS base character BP. And on begin play up here, I am going to make a tiny bit of space and then paste in our nodes. I will delete the custom event. Obviously, that's not anything, and the cast to player controller will actually be a cast to the ALS player controller. So we will cast to ALS player controller, and then from there, as player controller, we will plug that into the enhanced input local player blah 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 blah, and then we will connect that to that, and we will also is that what we will? Yes, we'll also take this right here and just swap those around. So we're getting rid of that, and we're putting in our ALS player controller, and now we have initialized the IMC default. Compile, and you should see a bunch of errors. That is all of the missing action mappings that we've got going on here. Let's kick things off. Well, let's take it from the top. Enhanced input action ragdoll. We'll do one first, and then I'll show you. The tricky ones are the movement. They're not tricky, but they're tricky to figure out the first time around. So what I'm going to start by doing here is creating a new input action mapping in third person, yeah, wherever. You can move this folder if you want to. It doesn't have to be in here. But in this action folder, I'm just going to grab I'm going to grab the jump option here, and I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to call that IA ragdoll. I'm going to open that up and check that it is a digital bool. That just basically kind of means true or false, instead of getting like any directional data. So for something like a jump or triggering a ragdoll state or something like that, digital bool is what we want. If we wanted to move in a direction, forward, back, left, right, axis 2D vector. If we wanted to move forward, back, left, right, up and down, axis 3D vector, and then an axis 2D vector, I believe would just be forward, back, or left and right, one way or the other. I'm pretty sure that's what that is all about. And depending on which one you choose, the input action mapping will have some different options available to you. So it's important to choose the one that you need. In this case, just digital bool is all we need. And then all we need to do is we need to head over in, we need to have this IMC. This is our new equivalent to the project settings inputs, right? Remember all this stuff, project settings, inputs, action mapping, all that stuff. This is our new version of that, the IMC default, which you will probably remember we initialized right over here, and that's how the game knows which one of these we want to be using. So in this case, we already have a couple of mappings in place that came with the third-person template. We have IA jump, move, and look. We will not be using move or look, or will we? No, we will be doing this a little bit differently. Let's just start by putting in our first one, which is ragdoll. So I'm just going to add a new mapping like so, and find the ragdoll, and I'm going to choose a key for it, and I believe the key was X. This is where it helps to have your original project open, and then you can actually just check the keys the way they used to be. So ragdoll action, yeah, used to be X. So I'm going to go back to here, leave that as X, and then over in our ALS character, you can see the ragdoll input action right there. I'm going to grab our input action ragdoll, this one here, and when started, we're going to trigger the ragdoll. We can delete the old one, bang bang, and that's it. Started, triggered means that if it's being held down, it will repeatedly fire. Started just means it'll fire once when you press the key, and then some of these other things maybe we'll talk about a little bit later. So I'm going to compile and save that and test it. Press X, fall down. Great. So that's working so far, and let's see. Let's continue on. So we got the ragdoll camera action. All right, so what was the camera action? Camera action used to be the C key. So let's go and create another action here. We'll just call that, we'll keep it all the same. Camera. For easy reference, we'll keep it all the same. And we know it's the same as like the ragdoll. It's just a single key press. So we don't need to change the digital bool. It is what it should be, because I just duplicated our ragdoll. And now we will go into our IMC default, and we will add the camera action, which I believe was C. Was it C? It was C. Camera action C. And back to our ALS character. I'm going to actually close that down. Back to our ALS character, camera action. So we go IA camera action. Pressed and released. Now, for this one, we want to have it on started, and on released, which it's completed, we want it to do something a little different. Now, this one is a little bit wonky because of the double tap, first person, third person, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure that this setting is all you need to do on started and on completed. But let's see if I'll show you if that actually worked how I remembered it to. So C, oh yeah, here we're going left and right, shoulder to shoulder, first person, third person, canceled, completed, started, ongoing. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of forget how I set this up. I forget how I set this one up. Let's get back to this one later. I can't remember because it's a little bit funny with pressed, held, released, tapped. Maybe it also needed to be ongoing like that. I can't remember now. Let's see. So, no, that did something. Oh no, that's the V key. Well, anyway, first person, third person. Oh, I think what I did with mine is I actually didn't care about the right shoulder, left shoulder, and I disabled that, and I just left it so it was first person and third person. I'm not exactly sure with this hold, input, tap, trigger action, all that stuff, which one you need exactly to make that work as intended by ALS default. Yeah, for mine, actually what I did was disable the tap, started ongoing. So maybe actually what we do, started ongoing, press and held. I bet you that's what we do. I bet you that's what we do. That way if it's pressed and held, there we go. That's exactly what you do. Press and hold, left, right. Press, hold, left, right. Okay. Wow, look at that. We're figuring things out. All right, next up, the aim action. This is just basically the right mouse button. Let's go and create a new action mapping. Same as our camera action. We will just call this, what was that called again? Aim action. Aim action. Let's try that again. Camera, aim action. And we'll add that, of course, to our yada yada yada. The aim action, and the aim action will be the right mouse button. And now we will go and we will find our IA aim action. This will occur when started and also when held down, and then when it's released on completed or possibly also canceled, I'm not sure, then it should basically be something like that. So let's give that a little compile, save, and test and make sure we got that right. Aim action. Yeah, there we go. Aim action, zoom in and zoom out. Good. All right, what's next? Let's see, what's next? We got our aim action, select rotation mode. Okay, select rotation mode 1, select rotation mode 2. I'm going to do this lazy. I'm going to copy and paste words so I don't have to type. That's just lazy, right? Anyway, selection mode 1, and then I'm going to duplicate that, selection mode 2, and then we're going to go into IMC default, and we're just going to add selection mode 1 and selection mode 2. And these were key press 1 and key press 2 by default. Alright, so back to our ALS character, we will go to IA selection input actions. Let's compile that. Select, it's hard to see with the microphone in front of my keyboard. It's like, where are the keys? I don't know. Let's see. Select rotation mode. What am I typing? Select rotate. There we go. Select rotation mode 1 and select rotation mode 2. And very easy. This will just occur on on started, and that will. We won't test that one out yet because it's hard to tell what that one does until you have the camera actions working. Let's move on and we'll get the sprint action, which will be, what was that called? Sprint, is it called sprint action? I think so. Sprint action. And again, these are all the same digital bools, no axis information there, so that we can just keep duplicating them. Oh wait, we gotta first put that in. Sprint. Oh wait, sprint action, and I believe the default's left shift. And now we will go sprint action and delete that. So basically sprint action will occur on triggered when it's being held down, and when it's completed it will no longer sprint. So triggered is basically the same as holding a key down. Started only occurs once, even if the key is held down. Ongoing means you could also probably do it with started and ongoing, but I believe triggered will also give us the same result. Not sure the difference there, but let's see. Oh wait, we can't go forward yet because we haven't set those keys up, so we can't test sprint. I'm gonna assume that it's working though. Oh, sprint, wait, what did I do? Gate action. Oh, what did I do? Select, what did I do? Gate action, that was sprint, right? Oh, sprint, right? Was that sprint? Running, sprinting. Oh, this is the walk and input action sprint. Input action sprint. Oh, what? Okay, I got messed up. Let's quickly reference our starting project, blueprints, character, logic. Player input graph. Oh, unused. Okay, fine. There's where the confusion comes from. Alright, so let's take this and put this indeed into our spot. And you know what, I'm going to disconnect this one so it's not confusing. We'll just leave that in place for now. But we will now go from, actually we'll go from triggered over to completed, and we'll get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. I'm also going to plug in cancelled for good measure, but I think that's it. I think you know what, I think that's fine. The walk action. Okay, let's do the walk action. Gonna duplicate that, call that walk action. Actually, IA underscore walk action. And I realize I forgot the IA under sprint. So just to be nice and organized, IA sprint action, IA walk action. IMC defaults, and we will go with the IA walk action. And I believe the key for that was Alt, left Alt. So okay, IA walk action. On started is how we're going to execute that one. And basically that will toggle between walk mode and run mode. So we'll just leave that like that. Stance action. Alright, so stance action. Stance action. IA underscore stance action. What was stance action? Stance action key. Left Alt. Okay, what did I say? Oh, right. Okay, I got that backwards. The default key for sprint, for walk was actually left control, and then the default key for stance action, in this case crouch, was left Alt. Stance action, left Alt. Okay. And so now we will go IA stance action on started into there, and we'll delete that. And now we got our crouch. Jump action. Now we already have a jump key that came with our third person, so I'm just going to use that. That's fine. Pressed and completed. So that's already a key we had. And now for the input axis look up and down bit. This is the part that was a little bit confusing. Oh, that's the camera input actually part. That's okay. Let's actually leave that, and we'll do that right after we do the movement input. So movement input, forward, backwards, and then right, left. Okay, so what we're going to need here, IA movement input, what was that? Forward, IA forward, backwards. IA forward, backwards. And the type for this was a 2D vector, axis 2D vector. Forward backwards, IA forward backwards. And then I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to call that IA right left. IA right left. Yeah, IA right left. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set those. This time we will choose forward backward, and what we need to do here is, of course, choose our key, which is W, and we also need to add another key, which is S. Oops, S. And for this one, what we will choose is, well, we'll choose nothing, is what we'll choose. But for this one, what we will do is we will add a modifier, which is subtract. Or sorry, negative, which is negative. So this will basically give us +1, and this will give us the negative, the -1. And that's how that's done. Kind of confusing, but there it is. Let's also do that for our right, left, forward, backwards. We'll do our D key for right, and our S key for, or sorry, A key for not right, the opposite of right. And the same is true for our A key. In this case, our modifier will negate. Let's see. Make sure this video is still recording. Yep, seems okay. Alright, so now, back into our ALS based character, what we will do is we will get our IA forward backwards, and our IA right left. And what we want to do is we actually want to split the action value into X and Y for both of these. Split those into X and Y. Because we only, for the forward and backwards, we only want to get the Y. Oh, right, I remember now. Okay, there's one other thing that we have to do. We need to go into the player movement input node. And then we need to get the move forward and backwards. Do we need to compile first? I can't remember now. Get move forward and backwards. Yeah, that, okay, so that must be the right one. Get move forward. Sorry, get forward. Yeah, backwards. Is that right? Get forward, get move forward. Is that what we called it? No, that's not what we called it. We called it IA forward backwards. That's what we called it. We compile that. Let's see. Forward backwards. IA forward backwards. What did I do here? So get forward backwards. There it is. There's our one. Get forward backwards and get right left. So we're just going to take those and put those into, oh wait, get IA, wait, are those the wrong ones? Oh wait, they are blue. But why does they're blue? Because they're the wrong kind. IA forward. Did I get the wrong one? Forward maybe. Get forward, backward, yeah. I think what I did here, maybe it just needs to be a 1D. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, there we go. 1D was the one. 1D was the one. So let's also get our forward backward. So that was our right left. We'll change our forward backward also to 1D. Sorry about that. My bad. So now you can see they've become little green nodes, which means they're floats instead of vectors or something, whatever. I forget the term. I guess vectors. So now they'll plug into the little green circles. The green circles will go in the green circles the way that they're supposed to. So okay, so I'm going to compile that. It doesn't really matter. We still have a ton of errors, but that is now where it should be. Back to our event graph, our player input graph, and on the triggered event, we are going to grab the forward, and on the right left, we're going to put that into the right left. And now I'm pretty sure that's all there was to it. Pretty sure. We better test this out and be 100% sure. There we go. Look at that. Forward, back, left, right. Beautiful. It's a little bit. It's easy, but it's a little bit confusing too. All right. So let's do our look up, down, left, right. Similar principle to our movement. So what we will do, look up, down, left, right, is we will take the walk. We'll duplicate let's duplicate our right, left, and we'll call this one the. What are we going to call this again? Look up, down. Camera. No, not camera action. Oh, brain is starting to hurt. Okay, what do we call this? Input axis, look up, down, and then look left, right. Whatever, we'll just type it in close enough. Look up, down, look left, right. So IA, look up, down, duplicate that. IA, look left, right. Duplicate, or save that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rename that instead of left, right to right, left, just so we have consistency with our movement keys. Now what we can do is we can add those two. Look left, right. IA, look left, right. And then we will do up, down, IA, look up, down. Something like that. And then we can take that and we can put that into our look up, down, IA, look up, down, and then IA, look left, right. And we will take the triggered option, and in terms of the axis value, we will. Oh, did I do this backwards again? Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. Okay, sorry about that. Go back to our look up, down, look left, right. We're going to change that to the 2D option. My bad. And then the look up, down will also be the 2D option. Save. And now, back into the base character, we will split the action into X and Y. I will split that into X and Y. So the look left, right will be the X axis. And we will put that into that. And we will put the triggered into that. And the Y will be the look up, down. So we'll take that into that. And we will put, oh, that's already into that, so that's fine. That should do it. I think we might be done. Let's see, a couple things. Right, so input access references. So we just basically need to do the same thing here in our get player movement input. And in case you missed that, the way I got to that was just by compiling and then clicking on the error message, and it takes me into that graph. And then what we can do is we can get the move forward. No, get IA forward backwards. There it is. Move forward backwards. And we can put that in like so, and we'll just get the we'll just get the right left, and we'll put that in to so, and we can delete these other ones. They no longer do anything. Delete, delete, delete. Oh wait, what did I just do? No, I did something bad there. What did I do? Get right vector. Oh right, I took out the right vector. That's not what I was supposed to do. Okay, so now we got what looks correct. Let's compile and save and give that a test. Now we should have, well, we don't have mouse movement yet. What did we miss for? Oh, I think I know. I think I know what we did here. Look up, down, look left, right, forward, backwards, IMC default, IA look. What we need to do here for look left and look up, down is, I forgot to put the key in, basically. Mouse X, look right, left, look up, down, mouse up, oh sorry, mouse Y. That should do the trick. Now there's probably a couple ways to get at that, and that might not be the, you know, you can probably use a single input action maption, but this is the way we're doing it today. So there we go. Now we have our, we have our left and we have our right. We don't have our up and our down quite working yet. So mouse up and down, look up, down, mouse Y, look left, right, mouse left. All right, so what did we do here? We did something slightly wrong. Player input graph, mouse left, right, triggered on X. X goes into X, look left, right, right. Look left, right, right, left, sorry. All right, what did I do wrong here? Triggered, look up, down, look left, right, into, and so the Y is good, and then the X. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You know what we could even do, and probably even should have done, is use the IA look instead of creating our own input actions. That probably would have actually been better and easier. Let's actually do that. So I'm going to grab the IA look, and instead of all of this stuff, we're going to split that apart. Yeah, this would have been probably much better. And actually we're going to grab two of those, and this one will be triggered, this one will be triggered, and this will be X into X, and this one was Y into whatever. That should do the trick. Let's see here. Left, right. Okay. I think we're off to the races, gentlemen and ladies. That is basically all of the movement functions. Let's see, camera 1, yep, camera 2, ragdoll, jump, sprint, yeah, all the good stuff. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.